Hey guys, Cavatina here. I have my headphones on. I can't hear a single word I am saying. There we go. So, here we go. Time to do it. I announced a few weeks ago that I was going to be hosting I was hosting an 800 subscriber Q&A special. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone who asked questions. We got a couple of them, a nice hefty few. So we'll see how well I can answer these. I'm seeing them for the first time now. That's kind of a lie, actually. I had to take pictures of them, but I haven't read them yet in detail, so that's nice. I'm gonna get surprised here. Also, again, wanted to thank you guys for the 800 subs. It's really much appreciated. I'm glad that I get to do this and that it's already taken me places, and I'm really excited for the future. Summer's coming up, and I'm graduating high school in like a few weeks, so that's pretty fucking exciting. I can't wait to become an adult, I guess, and have responsibilities. Yeah, we'll just hop right on into this. This is unscripted, of course, and also uncensored, so prepare for probably a hefty amount of flux and maybe some shits. I don't know. We'll see. And I'll try not to bang on the frickin' door again, like I always do when I record these things, because I can't shut the thing. Because my keyboard and my mouse are there, and I need them. So let's just get into it. Sonic Gamer asks, "Are you an anime fan? If so, what's your favorite anime?" Right off the bat, I'm already answering a question that I can't really answer well because I don't watch anime. I haven't really. It's not that I don't give a I don't care. It's that I'm like I haven't had the chance to really sit down and watch any series of anything. I'm more of like a YouTube person who just watches random videos throughout the whole day. I could spend that watching series, but I have the attention span of a fucking turnip, so I don't really watch series of anything, but I do want to watch at least like one or two anime at some point, just to sort of, you know, dip my feet in the water there, dip my toes in the water, because I've never really watched an anime. I've seen clips of anime, but I haven't seen a full-fledged anime. The only one I think I've ever heard of, if it even is, I think it's an anime. It's Corpse Party. I think that's one. I'm so uneducated in that world. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna say no, I'm not at the moment, but I do want to watch some just to really. If you have guys watching this, if y'all have good anime suggestions, let me know in the comments, because I need to get on that. I need to watch at least one show, so give me suggestions. So obviously I don't have a favorite because I haven't seen any, but I do want to watch them, so let me know, guys. Suggest them. I wanna watch something, because I'm getting tired of being a not nerd. I'm a nerd to some degree, and it's just not a big enough one to know about all these other things that everyone knows about. AJ Pony asks, favorite food. I'm so bad at answering favorite anything questions because like, I can't narrow it down. I'm gonna readjust my pop filter here. Boop. I can't answer questions. Like, I can, but it's just hard. And 90% of the time I'm wrong, because then I answer the question, and then I remember, like, an hour later, wait, no, it was this thing. Like, suddenly, you know, that's what happens a lot of the time. Off the top of my head, though, favorite food. I'm gonna say the sugar cookies, honestly. I love soft sugar cookies. And not just like the ones that are covered in like the ones you get in stores that are like the really soft, doughy kind, with the sprinkles and stuff. I like those. Those are bomb. But I also I really, really like the ones that are just soft and nice and chewy, and I love them so much. It's just I love cookies, man. Cookies are great, especially soft cookies. Hard cookies can fuck off, okay? I don't like those. But I mean, I'll eat them, but I don't love them. Soft cookies, though, those are made from heaven. Those descended from the angels. I love them. So, I guess off the top of my head, I really will go with sugar cookies. I probably love those by far above anything else. I do have a lot of other candidates for favorite food that may or may not surpass sugar cookies at some point. I do love banana bread and pumpkin, lots of things. I also like red velvet stuff. Not particularly cupcakes or anything, but like cake slices. Like, I love vanilla cake. A lot of my favorite food revolves around desserts, honestly. I don't have like I have a couple of favorite other things. Like, I guess a favorite vegetable, if we were going that route, would be like broccoli or whatever, but food in general, I would probably go in the dessert section just because it's dessert. Who doesn't love dessert? So yeah, favorite food, probably sugar cookies. Love them. Chewy, delicious, soft little bundles of joy. Here's the fucking list of 20 questions from Jacob M. Keen, aka Dr. Pepper King. Hey bro, how you doing? I didn't put no limit on these, so this is my own folly. Do you like Dr. Pepper? Yes, I do. I don't drink it anymore. I drank it a lot when I was younger, especially when my brother was around, because he devoured them. Like there was nothing. He just downed them like shots. He loved Dr. Pepper. He still does. But these days I don't drink it a lot. I don't hate it though. I like, if you give me one, I'll drink it. Nowadays I'm drinking this stuff called Zevia, which is like a stevia soda, which supposedly is 0 calorie. I don't believe that for a second, but most things that say 0 calorie are bullshit, but it's supposed to be better than like sugar soda, so I'm drinking that right now. But I do like Dr. Pepper. What are your thoughts on Undertale? Love it. One of my favorite games to watch, not necessarily to play. I've seen other people play the game, like Jacksepticeye and all that. And I don't think it's a game I would actually play myself now, because I've seen the Let's Plays of them. If I had played it beforehand, I probably would have played the whole way through. But I do love it. I do love the characters, and I love games that break the fourth wall and are like very engaged and very comical, and like those are fun. They're fun. They're more fun than your traditional like story RPG games, and that's why I like Undertale. It's a unique spin on the RPG sort of concept. I think it's a lot better, and plus it's a recent RPG. We don't get a lot of those. RPG's kind of dying, so it's nice to actually get one of those. And the fandom is I like the fandom to a certain degree. Mostly the voice acting part of the fandom, which is most of the fandom, I think. And the meme part of the fandom too. I am meme trash, so I love memes. Undertale memes are fucking great. I love them. Maybe one of these days, like I do, as much as my channel is pony related, I do want to introduce other comic types. Like I'm getting into Steven Universe, getting into Undertale. So maybe I'll do some comic dubs that are Undertale related or something like that if I can find male VAs to voice like Papyrus, or it depends on the voice, I think, because my Papyrus, like, I am the great Papyrus, like it's not that bad, but I could use an actual guy to voice Papyrus, instead of me just being in a mic like, one day I'm going to get into the Royal Guard, because it's shitty, but it's not like super bad. I just want to get a couple male VAs. I'm having a hard time finding actual people to do comic dubs, like, regularly on the channel to voice certain characters, like Rarity or, even Pony Sense, but, maybe I'll do some Undertale comics and find some male VAs to do, like, Sans and Papyrus and Asgore and all those lovely peoples. But yeah, I do love Undertale. I love the concept, I love the game. It's fun to watch and to see people's reactions to them, so top game there. What are your thoughts on Cuphead? Haven't played it, haven't watched anyone else play it. I never really had an interest in watching it because I'm not huge on games that look Like, they're those old kind of games. I'm sure Cuphead is like cupcakes. Like I haven't. I'm sure it's probably like unique compared to those other old games. Just like Undertale was unique to RPG games. I'll probably sit down and watch it at some point. I just haven't really been inspired to watch it or to even play it myself. But I've seen art of it, and it seems like a cute concept. So I don't know. One of these days, I'll actually have thoughts on that. What are your thoughts on Forsenic Files? I've never heard of that. I probably should have researched some of this shit before I did the Q&A. I've never heard of that. I would love for someone to tell me what that is, and maybe I'll have thoughts on it later. If I ever do another Q&A, which I probably will, re-ask these things in that next Q&A, and I'll probably have thoughts on them then, but as of right now, I've never heard of that, and I don't know what it is. What's your least favorite type of music to listen to? Probably... Ooh, let me think here. What music have I listened to that I can't fucking stand? I don't like rap to a certain extent. There's some rap that's good. And then there's some that's just absolute garbage, but I don't hate it necessarily. I wouldn't say it's my least fave. Depends on the rap, I think. I'm not huge on pop, but there's some pop that I like. I'm gonna say jazz. I don't listen to jazz, like, ever, and it's just, it's not that... I know there's a lot of people that love jazz, and that's great, you love what you love. I'm just not into it. I don't like the... Yeah... It's hard to explain, because some jazz is just really random sounding and doesn't really have, like... I like music that tells stories, or music that, like... that I can, like, picture playing with some, like, visual in my own head. I like songs like that. Jazz doesn't do it for me. Jazz just seems like it belongs really in just a general dancey, smooth, like, and that's it. There's not much to go off of. I don't know, I'm just not huge, and I just don't listen to it. I'm not huge on it. It doesn't get me, like, grooving. So, honestly, these are probably really shit reasons for not liking a type of music, but I really just don't, I'm not into jazz. It's just not something I really listen to a lot to. Favorite type of music to listen to? It's a tie between rock and metal. I got into metal and rock both, really, from my brother. He loves metal. I got, you know, and I have my own iPod and I listen to my own music, but he would drive me home from school and he blasted out the fucking car window, so naturally my headphones can't really ignore that, and some of the music is, and you know, honestly, it just is epic. I love the epic sound that metal has, not heavy metal can fuck off, but I just like the epic sound and the hardcore blaring of metal music. It just sounds like really energized, really hardcore. It gets your blood going, really. Particularly I like bands like, I don't like metal that's like, you know, like heavy metal, like I said earlier, that's just shouting the whole time, and it's just like like, I don't like that. I like metal that has some kind of singing in it, some kind of, like, Five Finger Death Punch is probably a good example. I love... They sometimes have ones that are just constant shouting, but I do like some other ones, like Wrong Side of Heaven, Remember Everything, what else is there? Bad Company. I like songs like that. If you want to go listen to those to get an idea of what I'm talking about, go do that. I recommend it. They're my favorite metal band. I love them. Particularly because it's the most epic sounding stuff I've heard. I also like Disturbed and other rock. I like rock bands too, like 3 Days of Grace and Green Day. Particularly, I listen mostly to 3 Days of Grace and the rock side of things, but it's probably a tie, honestly. They both sound epic and they sound cool, so I'll put them on top and tied first place, or tie for first place and with my favorite music. Is there any media title, TV show, movie, video game, book, etc. that you have no interest whatsoever in experiencing for yourself, and no amount of convincing would change your mind? Fucking Harry Potter. I'm sorry to people that love it. I don't give a shit about I do not give a single shit about Harry Potter. I haven't read the books. Don't care. Seen a couple, I've seen the beginning of or little parts of some of the movies. Still don't care. I just don't care. I don't like wizard shit. It's just not. It's not something I'm engaged in. But I see it every fucking where on the internet. It's just all Harry. Like, what's your house? I don't care. I don't watch Harry Potter. That's one particular example. There's other ones that I don't give a shit about either, like The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings. I don't care about that. Doctor Who used to be that. I want to watch some of Doctor Who, but I haven't found it anywhere, so that's annoying. But I used to not give a shit about Doctor Who. But yeah, definitely on top for least cared about thing, probably Harry Potter. I don't care. I really don't. Well, where was I? Question A, there we go. Is there any media title that you really want to experience for yourself, and you would even go to the ends of the earth just to find a copy of it, if it was or became obscure? How loud am I being on the mic, by the way? I'm probably peeking everywhere. I used to hold that spot for Super Smash Bros, but I recently played that with Winter, one of my good friends, so honestly kinda a little bit disappointed, but it used to be Super Smash Bros. Last Guardian, probably. The Last Guardian, I should probably say it right. That game was hyped up by a lot of people for like a decade. And I saw Jack play it. I do want to play it myself, though. I do want to experience that firsthand. Too bad I don't have any consoles that can freaking play on it. But I do want to play it at some point. It seems like a really gorgeous game with a lot of potential on it, just to explore stuff. A couple other games, though. Also, The Sims 4. I do want to play that. I've seen so much of that. It looks so much fun. I like games that I like story games, but I love the kind of games where you just are sandboxes, where you can just, your creativity is your only limit. That's why I love games like that. I like Minecraft. I know, fucking fight me. But yeah, I do want to experience Last Guardian, The Sims 4 particularly. I like those games. With movies and stuff, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I really want to experience for myself. And like actually no, I take it back. I want to experience The Big Bang Theory, because I have seen clips of that and it looks like a fun show, so I wanna watch that and experience it. And Doctor Who, of course. Anything else? I'm trying to think of stuff on like the movie and TV show side of things. I don't read, so nothing in the book side of things I would really care for. And I guess if I had to pick something in books, maybe the Warriors series. I read the first book, or like a part of the first book, and that's as far as I got. So maybe that. Which ship do you like more, Flashlight or Starburst? I love both those ship names because they work so perfectly together, but honestly, I prefer Starburst. Mostly because, like, there's actual chemistry there already. Because they're, Starlight and Sunburst are good friends, or they're old friends, so there's already, like, some foundation to go off of. Flashlight was way too forced. Flashlight was just kind of like, we need a ship for Twilight, here's Flash, okay, cool, Flashlight, let's do it. No. Flash is okay to me, but honestly, I just don't think Flashlight was a good idea, because it just seemed way too forced. And even, I used to be all about, like, Timberlight, or whatever it's called. I don't know if I fucking know what it's called. The one with, like, Timber and Twilight. I used to like that, but that also seems forced at this point. Starburst seems like it would actually go someplace. So I prefer that one. Which ship do you like more, cruise ships or battleships? You're funny. Heh. Battleships are badass. Let's go with battleships. If you could swap voices with any fellow Pick-a-Sister for one day, who would it be and why? Probably Mag. Probably Magpie, because she could sing, and she's a boatload of fun. She sounds so optimistic all the fucking time. She just has that voice that's all about having fun. And plus, I want to voice Pinky again. I used to be able to, and I lost it, and it fucking sucks. But yeah, I love Mag's voice. I would totally... I mean, Lost's would be fun, just because she swears all the time, and her voice is perfect for that, but, I think I prefer Mag, honestly. If you could swap voices with any brony for a day, who'd it be and why? This is harder. Dr. Wolf, I guess? Because Doc has a really relaxing, gentle voice that I wish I had, since I'm like a shy, sweet piece of shit. I kind of want to have a more soothing voice than whatever the fuck this is. So yeah, probably Doc. Which character and/or celebrity voice do you have the most fun doing impressions of? Okay, characters. If it's one character and I have to pick one, probably Applejack. Because I can be super loud with Applejack. I don't have to stretch very far with her. All I really have to do is just turn on my Western accent, and this is Applejack. Like, that's all I have to do with her. So it's not strained on my voice any. And I can shout as her. I can be loud. I can be animated with her to no fucking end. So I love that. I love being able to just go nuts with Applejack's voice. So probably that. If characters is what we're talking about, there's a list. Applejack, Zecora, Rainbow Dash, and Flutters are probably my top 4. If we threw a 5th one in there, probably... Who else do I like to voice? If I could pull it off on that given day, probably Queen Chrysalis, because I love her laugh. Which acting roles on camera and/or voiceover by Tony J do you like the most? Never heard of Tony J. I feel like the next 5 questions are gonna be bad because I might not know these people. I don't know Tony J. I'll look him up later. Which acting roles by James Earl Jones? Don't know who that is. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna look this up right now. I guess Shere Khan is probably my favorite because that's the only one I know. And then he did. So we'll go with that answer. Yay! Yeah, that's like the only thing I've seen that he's done. People are gonna be so mad that I don't know these people. James Earl Jones was the next one, right? Okay. I guess Mufasa, because that's the only one I know. What was the next one? Tim Curry. Oh, I don't know any of these. Oh, I know Rooster Hannigan. I know that one. I guess that's the one. Sorry, I know nothing else. So we're just gonna go with that. Scarlett Johansson. Okay, I know Scarlett Johansson. I know that much. I like her Ash performance and sing. Ash is super teen edgelord and I love it. Which acting roles by Tara Strong do you like the most? Okay, I can name a few off the top of my head that she did. She did Twilight. She did Raven. Teen Titans Go. She did... Who else did she do? Never mind, I can only name 2. Honestly, obviously Twilight, because Twilight's best pony. And I like, honestly, probably if there's one good thing to take away from Teen Titans Go, it's probably Raven. I love Raven, just being that freaking... I have a thing, like, I love edgy or dark characters. I don't know why. But yeah, I love Raven, honestly. That's probably the only, like... good thing about Teen Titans Go that I will support is Raven. Which acting roles by Emily Blunt do you like them? Okay, one more Google search. I guess my favorite one out of all of these is probably Tempest. Not just because it's MLP, but because it was a cool villain vibe that she put off. So yeah, Tempest, probably. And what's your favorite skit by ProZD? Probably the turtle one. You know, the one where it's like, do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, I'm a fucking turtle, water is the shit. I don't know what it is about that one, it's so goofy, and the way the turtles move, like the turtles moving in that vine, it's a vine technically, but it counts. I love it. It's my favorite. Okay, if we're counting stuff other than vines, probably... I like the one where he, like, makes fun of armor in video games. It's like, this is my ass-kicking outfit, bitch. That one's funny, too. Because it's true! It's totally true. But yeah, probably that one. If we're talking vines, though. Turtle. Water turtle. Love it. Water turtle. As opposed to what other kind of turtle? Alright, that's done with the 20 questions. Thanks, Jacob, for that awesome list. I hope I answered well. Eighth Flame asks, what's your OC's... Well, actually, there's multiple questions. What's your OC's backstory? I'm in the process of making that as we speak. I've made chapter summaries for a few chapters. I'm gonna put it probably on FimFiction or Quotev. No one uses Quotev anymore, so probably FimFiction. Essentially, Nova's story is just my story, but the pony equivalent. I think it's basically my life story with its own twists to make it pony related, and obviously it's in the pony universe. But I do have a couple of chapters summarized. I'll start writing it probably when I mean, either over the summer or when I start college, or maybe later than that. I don't know yet, but at the moment I don't have it completed, and I don't have, like, everything set in stone, so I won't say yet, but it'll be within the next couple of years. I'll probably have one ready to publish, and you can read it, and you can figure it out, so that'll be fun. How did you get into voice acting? I got inspired by Lost Narrator, Magpie, Scribbler, and Goody. Those are my 4 inspirations right there. It was back in... I think I started my channel in voice acting, I believe in 2014? Hold on, let me check. When did I make my channel? I don't remember. I know I made it and then hopped into the game pretty quickly, so when did I make the channel? November 24th, 2015. Okay, yeah, so I made the channel in November 2015, and then my first video with voice acting related stuff was the trailer, which came out on December 20-something. I think the 23rd, maybe. So that's when I first started doing it, and then I got just more and more inspired as time progressed. And, it was just listening to other people do it and being like, I want to do Rainbow Dash voice. So, yeah, go Rainbow Dash! That's really shit right now because I'm tired and my voice is fucked, but I just wanted to do voice stuff. I thought it would be fun, and that's pretty much all there is to it, just a decided new hobby that I wanted to do. And it's been nice doing it. I'm getting there, I'm getting farther and farther as more time goes on. Obviously, like, I do have to hope one day work with my inspirations, one of which I'm already sort of working with. And by sort of, I mean I am. I'm in one of her projects. So, yay! That's great. Already off to a good start there, but I do want to hopefully, I really want to work with Lost one of these days, but I'm just bad. And Mag too. I'm so bad. There's too much competition, man. But I will work on it. I will reach my goal, and I'll have so much fun. It'll be great. I'm already having lots of fun. So we'll see what happens in the future. I'm not saying that I'm not saying I want to work with those people for the sake of working with those people. I want to work with them because I love their work, and I love their projects, and I want to work with more groups of people run by these professionals who know what they're doing and can teach an amateur dipshit like me how to do things well in the voice acting world. So it's a learning experience more than anything else, I think, of the reasoning of why I want to work with those people. But yeah, I got into it just from inspiration. Same thing with Brony reviewing, which I see is your last question there, so I'll just answer that one too. I became one through inspiration. I got inspired by Lightning Bliss, Dr. Wolf, Josh. Unfortunately, at the time, Toon Critic. I think there was one more. Who was it? I don't. Golden Fox. That was the other one. So those are my top ones that inspired me to get into reviewing. Same general story. I just wanted to do it one of these days. One day I woke up like, I have thoughts to say about Super Speedy Cider Squeezy. I don't think that was the first one I did, but it was one of the first ones I did. Gauntlet of Fire was the first one I did, but I really wanted to just vent about Super Speedy because I fucking hated it. I just wanted to start making it. And back then I used super shitty, gross 3D vectors. It was great. Maybe one of these days, for another sub-special, I'll go watch my old videos or something, but, same reasoning that I got into voice acting. I just got inspired by other people and wanted to do it as a hobby, and it's fun. It's not as fun as voice acting, but I still enjoy doing it to a certain degree, especially when I have a lot of thoughts to dump out on a script. That's always fun, just emptying out that collection of thoughts that I have for stuff, like from analysis, or if it's an episode that I really like or really hate. So, yeah. What voices can you do? Applejack, Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, kinda Twilight, Zecora, Babseed probably, sort of Apple Bloom, sort of Scootaloo, sort of Celestia. Who am I missing? Chrysalis. I used to do Pinkie Pie. I can't anymore. She's out of my range, sadly. Probably the only thing I can do with Pinkie is say fun. Let me see if I can do it right now. Fun! 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 That's like all I can do. I can't do anything else. So that's great. It's probably not even that good on the mic, to be honest. Okay, what other voices can I do? I'm exploring my options. I might be able to do Sunset. I'm currently practicing her. I used to do Trixie. I haven't done her in a while. I might bring her back if I can do her. I don't remember. That's all I can think of the top of my head right now. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. But, it's a hefty bunch, and those kind ofs can mean anything, so I'll leave that for better judgment. I'm gonna probably make a voice reel at some point with all of the characters, but right now, I haven't done much. It's just been main 6 characters and a couple of side characters. Zecora is probably my best voice. I get mostly cast to be Zecora in pretty much every, like, anytime I do a casting call that requires a Zecora, I always audition for her, and, usually I make it, so obviously it's not shit. So, that's probably my top voice, Applejack being right under that. But those are the ones I can think off the top of my head. How did you get in the fandom? I just basically got tired of seeing pony stuff everywhere on the internet, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is this? It was curiosity. Basically, curiosity killed the cat. I had heard of the Brony fandom way back in 2014, 2013, I think. I didn't give a shit about it. I was like, basically I had that same original thought that every outsider thinks when they first hear about the fandom, like, boys like ponies? That's gross. Pretty much how I was at first, being a freaking 13, 14-year-old, but then, I started seeing pony stuff everywhere, I saw memes, I listened to cool songs, and I was like, okay, fine, I guess I'll check this out, and It was like drugs. You get hooked a little bit just from you just take a little bit. It's like, oh, okay, and a little more, and then bam, suddenly it's all your life. But yeah, I just got curious, and I figured it out and realized why it was so cool and stuff, and why everyone was into it, and now I'm a part of it. That answers all those questions. So now we'll move on to the next one. Tio Vela, I'm sorry if I butcher your names. Asks 8 questions here. Who is best pony? Twilight is best pony. Who is worst pony? Probably Pinkie Pie. If we're talking main 6. If we're talking outside the main 6... probably Mudbriar. If I could think off the top of my head here. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Chocolate chip cookie dough is the shit. Cake or pie? Cake. Obviously. Do you want to go to college or something else after your high school days? Yes, I've already decided I want to go. I don't want to leave the state that I'm in. So I'm going to go to an in-state college after... I mean, high school for me is technically... At the time of recording this, high school's technically over for me. I've done all of the shit. All I have to do now is put on that robe and take the victory lap around the gym. So that's fun. But after that, after summer goes and I move out of the house, I'm going to go to college and I'm going to study either music composition or music business. I haven't decided. Like, right now, I'm enrolled to have a music composition degree. But for the first semester, like, the classes that you take for both degrees are the same. So I probably will make my mind up officially by my sophomore year. And after I get that degree, I'm going to take it with me to another college, an out-of-state college, to get my music therapy degree, because I want to be a music therapist. So yeah, definitely going the college route after high school. Can you please link your Twitter in your video? It says discrimination, I'm assuming you meant description. I believe I put it in the Q&A announcement video, and it's in the description of most of my videos, with the exception of, I think, serious videos or update videos. It's my Twitter is linked down there, as well as my Tumblr, my what else? Twitch, and there's one more that I can't remember. What is it? Tumblr, Twitter, Twitch. Shit, what's the last one? I actually don't remember. Hold on, let me look. DeviantArt, that was the other one. Yeah, so Tumblr, Twitter, Twitch, and DeviantArt. And it's also in the About tab of my channel, so if you want to go there to get it, you can. But those are the 4 that I'm using. I have an Instagram. I'm probably not going to use it unless people want me to use it. Maybe when I decide that I want pictures of my face on the internet again, and then I could start using my Instagram. But right now, I don't. I took pictures of me down after the whole Tune thing happened because, yeah, hide your face from the internet after something like that. But yeah, my Twitter is in the description of most of my videos. I'll put it also in this video description, so you can have that if you want, as well as the other links. I also have a Facebook, but I don't use that either. I probably never will, so it's off the grid for right now. You can probably find it if you look for it, but I don't use it, so it's not worth it. What are your thoughts on Gen 5? I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the changes and seeing where the staff goes with it. Looking forward to whatever style they take on. I've seen stuff about it, like concept art and stuff. I don't know if it's legit or not, so I'm just gonna wait until it actually happens, whenever it does happen. But I'm looking forward to it. And what are some other fandoms you've been a part of? Undertale, briefly. FNAF, briefly. I was in the Let's Play fandom for a while. I had a gaming channel that's since been deleted and is now dead. I was in the Rooster Teeth / Achievement Hunter fandom for a while. When I was really young, I was in the Alpha and the Chipmunks fandom, which, fuck me, that was a horrible time. Suppress those memories. I was way younger back then. What else? That's all I can remember off the top of my head. If you count music video montage shit as a fandom. I guess I was in that. And I'm currently in the Dan and Phil fandom, but I'm not active in it. I just watch videos and respond to tweets and stuff, so that's all I do. But, those are just a few. I think those are the ones that I've actually been in, the only ones I can remember. Oh, and Minecraft, when I was really young, like middle school young, when I was like 12 or something, that was another one I was in. But that's about it. Okay, moving on. Little Scribbles asks, "Hello, Cavatina." "Hello, Little Scribbles. I was wondering, when are you going to upload Let's Talk About Magic Part 2? Also, May 13th is my birthday. I shall be turning 14. Hope you pass your finals." First off, happy late birthday. I'm super fucking late to this, I'm sorry. I did pass finals, so yay. To answer your question, let me look at my schedule. I did make a schedule for the summer of what things I want to upload and when. I'm aiming for July 1st. If I follow my schedule right, I should be able to do that. And parts 3 and 4 and maybe 5 if there is one will probably come out during the school year, but yep, I plan to have part 2 out on July 1st. So, let's say, I haven't been able to write the script and just have any thoughts really to pour out. I haven't been focused, because I've been dodging other stuff and worrying about becoming an adult and getting out of high school, so, definitely though, if my job doesn't kill me, my summer job, and if I can get inspired enough and follow my schedule, then it'll be out on July 1st. No matter what, though, it's coming out during the summer. I'm not gonna let it slip by this summer, because that would be pretty bad. Grant. Learn to say names. Me. Grant H asks, which game or games are you hoping for this year? Mine is Them's Fighting Herds and Octopath Traveler. Haven't heard of either of those, but games I'm looking forward to. I haven't been paying much attention, but I have seen a lot of games advertised by Nintendo, because I'm a Nintendo geek and I love Nintendo. Honestly, I can't remember any off the top of my head that I really was looking forward to. But definitely Nintendo-based stuff. I don't know, we'll see when they come out and when I actually research and figure out what's going to be coming out between now and the end of the year and the year after that. And maybe anything after that. So, right now, though, I don't have any particular games that I'm hyped for. Sorry. Next time I do a Q&A, I will research. Lesson learned. Oh god, it's a German name. This is gonna be testing my German speaking abilities. Schaubetox. Schaubetox. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. Asks 10 questions for me. Hold on, let me get readjusted in my chair, because I'm facing a really weird way. Also, I'm gonna open the window because I'm dying of heat stroke. Hold on a second. Okay, so do you write a script for your videos, just speaking freely, and cut out all the little mistakes? Yes, most of my videos are scripted. My quick thoughts are scripted, my let's talk abouts are scripted. Even some of my serious videos are somewhat scripted. It depends on what I'm talking about, because normally when I have serious videos to address, like the Abby story, I like to have my thoughts somewhere, like on a paper or a notepad document, just so I cover every base and don't leave any important details out. Because when I ramble, I tend to do that. I tend to leave things out, so oftentimes I have to script videos like that just so I can remember everything. Otherwise, or at the very least, bullet point stuff, just so I don't forget shit. But, things like Q&As, or channel retrospectives, or things like that. Even the channel retrospectives, though, I technically have bullet pointed stuff, but things like Q&As, like this video, or like maybe a gaming video if I ever put one out, those are not scripted. Comic dubs and, fanfic readings are given the script, so I have to, basically those are scripted, but anything else, most of my other stuff is scripted videos. There you go. What programs... Oh, I should probably say, too, that the podcasts are not scripted either, obviously. But they also have my thoughts written down somewhere, just so I don't forget stuff. What programs do you use and in which order? Video making process, here we go. So, plug in my mic, my Razer Siren microphone. Not the best for the price, honestly. It was like $170 fucking dollars, and it's not really worth it. After it keels over and dies from overuse, I'll probably get an Audio-Technica. But yeah, I plug the mic in, start up Audacity, and I open up my script, whatever it is, or whatever it is I'm going to be reading, and I record in Audacity, and I edit through Audacity. And then after that, I usually go on images and find Google Images and find images of things that I need depending on the video. And then I'll put it. I use VideoPad to edit. And I use GIMP to edit pictures if I have to. If I have to if I have to recolor things like vectors, or if I have to do some editing to backgrounds or something, I'll use GIMP for that. Basically, I use only free shit, because I'm a cheap motherfucker, but, yeah, then I put all my resources into VideoPad, and I edit that, I edit it together, and it exports, and then I upload it to YouTube. What am I forgetting? When it comes to podcasts, I record the podcasts. I used to record them with OBS, but it has an echo to it that I can't get rid of, so I don't use it for that anymore. I use Expression Encoder, Microsoft Expression Encoder, for recording podcasts, which is slightly better, but not much better. And if I take pictures of things, like for dubs, I use the snippet tool for that. So yeah. But technically in order of things, it's record, and Audacity, and then edit in VideoPad, and then just upload it. And any other programs I have to use to make certain videos, like GIMP, or Expression Encoder, like that just depends on what the video is. But the main two are Audacity and VideoPad. Your first OC was a Pegasus. Is there any reason for the change to a unicorn? Maybe I missed it, but I didn't watch all your videos yet to find the answer. No particular reason. I just decided that I didn't want to be a Pegasus after all. I thought about it. Actually, no, that's a lie. Here's why I changed it. It's because I obviously this isn't like for the universal rule for OCs, but like back when I was first making my OCs and stuff like that, I was focused more on the stereotypes of the actual like pony species, like the pony types, like Pegasi being sporty, fluttery, happy-go-lucky types, unicorns being the nerd, social, awkward people, and earth ponies being the strong people. Obviously, that's not, or ponies, excuse me. Obviously, it's not the that's not the case. That's not, we don't follow the stereotypes. But back when I was making it, I had thought about it. I thought that a unicorn fit me more because I am a nerd. I did well in school. I'm kind of a socially awkward person. I'm like shy, and I like to geek out over things. So I figured that being a unicorn was more fitting for me, and to have my OC be a unicorn. But yeah, I did start off as a Pegasus. Way back when I was using the 3D vectors, originally. Up until one video, I think, which was the New Year's announcement update video. I had been a Pegasus, and then I just changed it because I was like, fuck it, I don't want to be a Pegasus. I don't think I'm going to incorporate that in my backstory at all, because there's probably no way I can actually do that. But basically the reasoning was just because I decided that a unicorn was more fitting of my personality. So there you go. Which reviewer had inspired you? Like I said, there were 5. Golden Fox, Toon Critic, Lightning Bliss, Dr. Wolf. Fuck, I already forgot the 5th one. I'm sorry. Josh. That's right, Josh. Those 5 were my inspirations. Obviously, one of them is no longer such, but, yeah, those were my top 5. Do you speak other language? Or any other language? If yes, which one? I did take 2 years of German. I've forgotten most of it. And I did learn a little bit of Spanish when I was younger, but I do want to relearn German, though. I want to make those 2 years actually worth something. I have my old binder and my old flashcards, and I have an English to German, or German to English dictionary. They do both, actually. It's both ways, but, yeah, I technically speak a little bit of German, maybe. I know probably a couple of words off the top of my head, but, I need to refresh my memory on the actual language, because I have not been keeping up to date with it. And I wanna relearn it. I wanna actually know how to speak it. Which subject do you hate love the most? Because you are a graduate from high school, if I understand it right. Yes, I am a graduate, pretty much. I loved band the most, obviously, because that's just my life's calling is music. And band is just fun. Band's fun to be in. Everybody's just there to have fun and goof around, but also play music, which is lovely. I love to play music. French horns, yay! I hated math the most. Math and I had a love-hate relationship. Mostly hate, though. It turned into love just this year when I took statistics, because I actually got an A in statistics. The only math class I've ever gotten an A in, I think. Everything else has either been a B or a C. I started getting C's in middle school, and then I went up to B's, and then I finished with an A in statistics. But, I hate math. So fucking much. What is your favorite season in the year? Probably fall. Even though we get stink bugs in the fall where I live, I love the colors of fall, and I love that it's not too hot or too cold. It's a happy medium. So yeah, probably autumn, honestly. What is your favorite book or fan fiction? My favorite book is probably To Kill a Mockingbird. I also really liked, for some reason, Lord of the Flies, and I think it was just because it was a unique take on the obviously, what would happen if you put kids on a bunch of little boys on a deserted island? For some reason, that really intrigued me. I was like, that's an interesting concept. So for some reason, I really liked that book. But To Kill a Mockingbird is my favorite one. What things in public annoy you? There aren't a lot of things that annoy me. I mean, I hate humanity. Okay, that's a lie. I don't hate it. It could be better. Things that annoy me in public. Particularly one thing in high school that I really hated was when girls would pull out the super heavy scented, hand lotion and put it on in the fucking classroom instead of out in the hall, or when we were in the portables outside in the big open air, and they stank up the whole fucking classroom with this potent smelling hand lotion. No, don't do that. Especially, it's annoying for people who have allergies. I don't have allergies, but my German teacher had allergies, so she fucking hated that. But yeah, I hate it when girls do that. It's really annoying. What else do I not like? Chewing with your mouth open's a pretty big one. I'm guilty of doing that sometimes. I'm trying to not do that anymore, but I hate it when other people do it. Yay, hypocrisy! What else do I not like? I know there's a few that I absolutely know of. People that fucking park wonky in parking lots. I freaking... especially when they're big-ass trucks, and they just, people, particularly in the wonky side of things, when people park in 2 spaces. It's not hard to park in a space. It's not that hard. I know so many people when they do this, especially truck drivers. It's always fucking trucks that do this. And it bothers me so much when you, overlap parking spaces. It's so irritating. I just can't. Especially when you're OCD like me and you just hate seeing that kind of stuff. But it's super annoying when people just can't be asked to park correctly. It's really annoying. What else do I hate? When people don't put... when people are in stores and they pick something up off the shelf and they're, somewhere else in the store and they're just I don't want this anymore, and they put it in some random fucking part of the store. I really don't like that. It's like, you gotta understand, for OCD people, stuff like that is super annoying. It's really irritating. I mean, I don't actually have OCD, I don't think, but I have a huge perfectionist attitude. So when I see stuff like that, when I see a toothbrush in the fucking candy aisle, it drives me nuts. It just, I have to put it back in its place. Like, I'll have to stop grocery shopping or doing what I'm doing and put the fucker back in its place. I kid you not, I saw a can of, like, no, it wasn't a can, it was a bottle of, like, honey mustard on the fucking floor in the corner of the aisle. Like, they didn't even bother to put it on the goddamn shelf. They put it in the corner on the floor. And that really, like, I was like, no, I have to put this back. So I literally picked it up and I'm like, Mom, I'll be right back. I just looked around for the fucking aisle and put it back because that bugged me so much. Putting it in the freaking shelf, in the wrong shelf, is one thing. Putting it on the ground is like a whole nother low to me. It just really bugs me. What else do I hate? There's other stuff. I have a whole list because I hate humanity. I don't know off the top of my head. That's all I can think of right now, but, yeah, those are my top ones that really fucking irritate me. So much. If you can choose the country, if you could choose a country to live in, which one would it be? Probably Ireland. Not just because I'm Irish, but because it seems like a genuinely pretty place to live, and it has, like, it just seems nice. Honestly, I want to go there. I want to live there. That was from my side. Good luck on your finals. Thank you, I did well. Thanks for your questions. Honey Drop the Unicorn asks, 6 questions. First one, what are your top 5 MCU movies? I don't know what MCU means. Let me look that up real quick. Yeah, Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't watch these because I don't like them. I don't like superhero movies. Okay. Which of these have I seen? I've seen The Incredible Hulk, I've seen Captain America, Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, I've seen those, Deadpool, I've seen that, Fantastic Four, I've seen that. Out of the list, I'm gonna say my top 3 are probably Fantastic Four, Deadpool, and Spider-Man. Was there Spider-Man 2? I thought there was. There's the Amazing Spider-Man 2. There's one particular Spider-Man movie that I really like. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's Spider-Man 2, but I like Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel hero, but those are my top 3. What is your hot... Of course we got this fucking question. After my rant about Harry Potter. Okay. What's your Hogwarts house? I don't know. I think at one point I actually took Harry Potter quizzes just because everyone else was doing it and I wanted to just do it for fun, even though I gave no shits about it. I sound like a hypocrite. Yay, hypocrisy again. According to Pottermore, I'm a Gryffindor, and according to some other one, I'm Ravenclaw. And then I got a hybrid one of, like, I think it was Huffleclaw, so I guess Ravenclaw if I had to pick something. That's all I know about Harry Potter, is the houses, because that's all anyone ever fucking talks about. So, I guess Ravenclaw? So if I had to pick something, I really don't care. I'm sorry, I don't watch or read Harry Potter. Do you like chocolate? Yes, chocolate's the shit. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck no, actually, how much wood could a woodchuck cuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know how many a woodchuck could cuck, but I guess they could chuck enough to get by and live a comfortable life. What do you put on your pizza? Or pizza? I don't know what I put on pizza, but on pizza, I put extra cheese, olives, onions, bacon, sometimes. I'm weird, I know. Sometimes sausage. Basically anything that's not peppers or anchovies or just like green shit. And I also like stuffed crust. Stuffed crust is great. I'm so unhealthy. Favorite childhood cartoon? What cartoons did I watch in my youth? I watched a lot of SpongeBob and a lot of Very Odd Parents. Before it became shitty, I loved Very Odd Parents. It was great until it got to the newer stuff, and then it lost its trend of being good. That's probably the one thing I can think of off the top of my head of childhood movies. Or, sorry, cartoons. I watched a lot of Courage the Cowardly Dog, too. And obviously SpongeBob, and I watched Phineas and Ferb a lot, but I think Very Odd Parents was my favorite one. And last question by the Average Brony, who's a common regular on the channel. Here's a hypothetical question. If you were a hot dog, what kind of hot dog would you be? Just a regular old hot dog, I guess. A hot doggo with onions and ketchup, because that's what I eat. I have weird tastes. But yeah, just a normal footlong, I guess. And that covers it. Those are all the questions. I'm tired. It's like 1 a.m. after I started this at 12, and now it's like 1 a.m. I hope the audio for this turned out good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for asking questions. I might do another one of these later on in another subscriber milestone. I don't know what I'm going to do for 1,000 if I ever get there. Probably won't, but if I ever do, I will do something. I don't know yet, but thank you guys for 800 subs. Thanks for the questions. I just spat on my computer monitor. That's great. And I bumped the pop filter. This is ending greatly. I think I'm just gonna leave. Good night, everybody, and I will see you all next week with a quick thoughts on Honest Apple. That's the next video. So that, I think that's the next video. Is it? Yes, it is. June 3rd. Quick thoughts video, because it's been forever since I made one. But that covers it, so I'll see you all next time. Bye!